Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's been about a week since I recorded a video on this channel, and that's because I've been addicted to the video game called Arc Raiders. Some of you might know what it is, but yeah, been playing with the boys the last week, and it's been very, very fun. But it's time to get back out on the road here, and a little bit of exciting news. I've been alluding to this whole company that invited me out to go on this little business trip and whatnot, full paid expenses, hotels, food, all of it. Well, here it is. Now I'm actually going to speak about it. The company is, yes, DoorDash, guys. They hit me up in my email and wanted to not sponsor me, but bring me out to this thing called the Dasher Roundtable. And it starts tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow, Monday, but on Tuesday. But tomorrow on Monday, I fly out of Las Vegas to San Francisco to the DoorDash headquarters. They're going to put me up into a hotel. And then from there, I'm just going to kind of record all of the content and see kind of how it goes. Have no idea really what's planned, what they're going to do for us. They kind of gave us a small little itinerary of just kind of the hours of the day that they're going to do, but I have no idea what it's going to be about, what the experience is going to be, but I'm going to bring all of you guys along. We're going to experience it together and see what this Dasher Roundtable is. And it's their first ever Dasher Roundtable. And I took this opportunity because if it's the first ever one and everything goes well, that means there's probably going to be a second one and a third one. Possibly I can get another invite out there, and I just want to kind of change things up. I know a lot of people might be like, oh, you're selling out, or they might frown upon something like this, but I think it's a cool opportunity just from recording YouTube videos about DoorDash content, something I'm already going to be doing out there, and then to get invited by the company to their headquarters to get like a behind the scenes what's going on. I think that's really cool, and to share it with you guys and the drivers that drive a lot out there. I guarantee you guys would like it also. Right now, I'm working on my first order, which is like capriottis right behind me right here. So let's go grab this first order for this Sunday right now. It's gonna kind of be maybe like a midday because I'm gonna do packing halfway through this day. Now I have to get to the airport tomorrow by 5 a.m. and that's because I don't have my real ID. My flight leaves at like 8:45 tomorrow. So I'm gonna have to go through TSA checkpoints, prove that I'm really a human being, that I'm me. And yeah, I'm gonna have to go through that whole mess. Kind of sucks I wasn't able to get my real ID. And yeah, we're just gonna kind of juggle that right now, but let's do a little bit of door dashing and see how the day goes here. And then we'll see how this next 3 days goes out in San Francisco. Pretty excited. Capriotti sandwich, please just leave at the door. Easy enough. There you go, enjoy your sandwich, thank you. Now I got an email probably 3 days ago, maybe 2 days ago, and it was a questionnaire because we're going to be talking with Tony, the CEO of DoorDash, Tony Zhu. Some of you might know who he is, and we're going to get to ask him questions about the platform, concerns, policies, things we want to see changed, new things that may be happening, whatever it is. So I want to ask you guys, if you guys can comment below, any type of comments or I guess just anything you guys want to question Tony about, and keep it nice here. Put your business hat on. Don't be a little meanie butt about this, but things that maybe we want changed in the system or questions that we can ask Tony, because we're gonna get the opportunity to talk to him and see if we can possibly change things, what our driver experiences are, and just change the platform for positiveness for the drivers out there. So if you guys got any questions, drop them below, and on Tuesday I'm going to choose a few of the best questions that you guys have available, and that's something that I'm going to ask Tony. So like I said, keep it clean, nothing negative, something that's going to be a positive change for drivers, even concerns that you guys have, safety concerns or whatever it may be. But that's something that we could possibly get changed in the system for the future. And it's not just me that got invited to this Dasher Roundtable. I'm sure, I don't know if it's hundreds of content creators from YouTube, but I'm going to say the most prominent people on YouTube, your YouTubers with 200,000 subscribers, 100,000 subscribers. I look at me as just a micro influencer. I only have 20,000 subscribers, but I guess I still fall into that pool of people that they're looking at and want to bring out and give them an experience. So when I got the email, they even threw some big names in there like Driver Mike, which I think he's got like 200 plus K subscribers. You got Bentley Coupe, which is a lot of people don't like him, but I always thought he's a super chill dude. And I'm sure a lot of other drivers got this opportunity inside their email, and they want us to even possibly do collaborations with them, maybe even film some DoorDash content with them. They're going to give us some behind the scenes to film some things. So, a lot of opportunity available as this happens. So that's why I really wanted to go do this, because it's cool to just kind of you know, broaden the horizons a little bit, communicate with other people, you know, you just kind of see what happens out there. So it's not just me, you know, it's a lot of other people that are going to be out there, and I might put them on the channel. I mean, I'm not really the whole collaborative type of guy. I'm really just the lone wolf. I like to just kind of do my own thing. I don't really like to dip into other people's channels, or, you know, be a figure on other people's channels, or even, you know, communicate with the other drivers that are out there. I like to just kind of maintain my lane. So don't really know if I'm going to do any collaborations with drivers out there once I get into San Francisco, but that opportunity is still available. And, you know, if it's going to be positive for both drivers and, you know, makes it lucrative for us, then possibly might be doing that also. Jersey Mike's is the second order here. This one came in $6.50 plus. Probably gonna turn it into $7 to drop this one off. Just finished dropping off the Jersey Mike's order there. That's what I got paid for it. Definitely went up to $7. The customer was waiting out front right there, so I didn't record the clip to hand them the food. We'll move on to the next order here and see what comes in. Picking up burgers next here from Red Robin. This one came in as $6.50. Run it as fast as we can here and try and stay busy until about midday. Oh yeah, I started late today. You can see it's 12:15. I didn't start until like, I don't know, 11:20 or so. Yeah, I've been getting some bad sleep, staying up till 2 a.m. playing this Arc Raiders game. Oh, Christmas tree. A little bit of Red Robin. Says leave at the door. Do not ring, please. Enjoy your Red Robin. Yum. I'm grabbing an order from La Mejora Loca Bar and Grill. This one said it's going to pay $12 to pick up. Oh, cool little jet right there. This is one of the catering orders. It's pretty solid here, but the customer decided to do the DoorDash discount is what they wanted. $180 worth of food. Suggested tip $28.97 is what I should get bare minimum. Like if you actually ate here, that's probably what they would tip. But they decided to just do $10.04 is what they're going to probably tip on this one. So unfortunate. But hey, that's the DoorDash discount. Food time. Let's get this to the front door. It says just leave at the front door. So that's what we will do. Let me go ahead and get it out of the bag here. Oh, I hear screaming kids in there. That's fun. Bada bing, bada boom. Enjoy your food. Blah, blah. Don't get me wrong here, though. I am completely grateful for all the type of orders that I deliver, whether they're a crappy order or they're not a crappy order. It's just like a common courtesy type of thing. And, you know, it's just one of those internal battles of how you would do it versus how someone else does it. This is where I'm headed into. Tacos Los Barrios, now open. I could have sworn this place not even a month ago was some kind of Cajun food place to pick up. Doesn't look like that business lasted very long here. Just handed my first order to this gentleman right there, and wow, what a banger that turned into. $17. He tipped $15 right there, and he met me outside the apartments to where I didn't even have to go find his room. This guy is a G. And I had to give him he had to give me a PIN code. Usually those ones don't go as smoothly. All right, let's go drop off the other order. That was an awesome order right there. Second taco order drop off here. It says just leave at the door. Enjoy your tacos. Thank you. Next order that I got here is called a place called the Great Greek. This one's gonna pay $9.75. Now I do have to go over to Albertsons right after this also to do a little shop and pay, but it's going to the same customer's house. And I always think it's kind of funny here. I have this joke with some of my friends that, you know, dash out here in Las Vegas, is it seems like every single time we complain about a bad order, then the next order is a good one. So we have this running joke. It's called take shit, get a banger. So, you know, guys, don't be afraid to take a bad order because you're probably gonna get a good one right after it. Stop hitting decline, hit accept. I had to grab a 40-count case of water from Albertsons. That was an easy one right there. And then this food right here. It is a hand-to-me PIN customer. So this is what I got paid right here for dropping off both these orders to the customer. Should be $9.75. Right back to the Great Greek for a $7 order. And as I was on my way here, I got an order for that burger place right there, Plant Power. The person didn't tip. It came in as $2. So yeah, we declined that one. I hope nobody takes that person's order. And not only that, DoorDash should put any no-tipped order into earn by time. Just allow the earn by time drivers to utilize their time and at least get paid for it. Don't give it to a platinum driver and waste our time and waste our acceptance rate. Come on, DoorDash. Great Greek. Another leave at the door. Actually, I didn't read the customer notes, so I don't know if it's a leave at the door. I mean, I'm sure it's leave at the door, but I don't know if it's a knock, don't ring, one of those guys. Enjoy it. That's a kind of cool shirt right there. Gonna grab a little bit of pizza here on this next order. Gotta head into North End Pizza. This order is paying, we gotta grab a 2-liter and like an 18-inch pizza. It's gonna pay $14.50 to drop this off. Not bad. Pizza and soda time. This one is a hand to me customer, and I gotta go into some apartments here to hand it to the gentleman. So top right of the screen right here is what I got paid. Should be $14.50 to drop it off here. Nice, very simple order. I believe this might be the last order for today. Actually, I might go back out for dinner a little bit, but I am going to kind of call it quits here to pack up for this San Francisco trip. You can see it's $3.24 right now. After this order, I think I'll be sitting at like $95 or so. And then I got to go pack up at home, eat some food. I'm getting hungry right now also. Well, that worked out a little bit better for me, actually. I had one order and it was only $4.50, but it was kind of bringing me closer to my house, so I just took it. And, you know, time frame of 3 o'clock is really not that good. And I got stacked with an additional $5 order, so now this just turned into $9.50 to run both of these. First drop of the Firehouse subs here. There is no reason for you to be here. Oh, well, I think I got a good reason right there. Food! All right, enjoy, bye. Second half of the Firehouse subs order. Another one, just please leave at the door. Do I leave it right here? No, I don't think so. I'm gonna leave it right here. Enjoy your food, thanks. Cool, after all of that, that puts me at $98. It's $3.39 right now. I'm gonna, like I said, go get myself something to eat, and then I most likely am gonna come back out here for dinner for just a few deliveries, but nothing crazy or serious. And that's only because I've got to wake up super early tomorrow morning to get my ass to the airport to head to San Francisco for this whole Dasher roundtable thing, which should be very exciting. Like I said, I don't know how it's going to go, don't know what's going to happen, but it's a fun opportunity to just, you know, try something new and just see kind of where the wind blows me for this thing. And yeah, it's going to be fun also trying to get through the TSA checkpoint tomorrow without a real ID. Don't know how that's going to work out for myself. So hopefully there's no issues there. I'm just going to bring like my birth certificate and other things. A lot of people like, just bring a passport, you can do that. Well, you know, for the first 16 years of my working life, from 15 years old to 31 years old, I never got a passport because I never had the opportunity to have enough money to leave the country to go on like a vacation that puts you outside this country. Like I've been to Hawaii before, but you know, that's part of the United States, so that doesn't really count. You know, I've got relatives, family that lives out there, so that was the only time that I was able to kind of leave the country. But like I said, yeah, that doesn't count. So no, there's no passport for me, so I can't use that. I've literally just got to go through their loops and hoops of whatever it is to get on board an airplane now that they got that whole new real ID debacle going on here. Yeah, I'll catch up with you guys just in a few here after I eat some food, and then shoot out or pack up and then shoot out for the dinner shift, probably just for, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 deliveries. I don't even know if that's going to happen. Most likely it is though. I am all packed up. The time frame is 6:30 at night. We're gonna do a few night orders here. The first one is gonna be Archie's Thai Cafe. This one came in as a $16.75. So let's go do, I don't know, maybe like 2, 3, 4 orders for tonight and then call it quits. Dinner from Archie's Thai is making it to the front door here. You guys enjoy your meal. Thank you. Moving into the next order here is going to be for Kona Grill. This is where I've got to pick up. This one came in as $17.50. 2 bags of Kona here. It says please leave at the door. I guess we're going to leave it a little bit of a gap here, just because it is a swing door. All right, you guys enjoy your food. Thank you. That order was kind of a bust right there. It pulled me out of the zone I was in and put me back into my home zone, and I had to wait like 15 minutes past the wait time for that order. Kona Grill is a place that I generally don't like, but I did take the order to come back over here because I was already headed back over here. It's 8:08 right now. I got back over here maybe at like 7:45, 7:50. I sat in this parking lot, usually can catch orders from here, but there's nothing going on. It usually dies out by 8 p.m. on Sundays over here. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. I don't really know the final number. Well, I kind of do. I think I did $132 and some change off of DoorDash today, and I barely even drove today. I think I did maybe 3.5 to maybe 4 hours for the first shift and pulled in $98, and then this one I think was like 34 something dollars, and that was what, maybe an hour and a half a time or so out here. And I'm gonna go home right now. I'm gonna try and get some good sleep, and then I'm gonna wake myself up early, probably around like 5 a.m., leave my house by like 5:15, and then head to the airport here in Las Vegas, get on a plane, head to San Francisco. My flight's at 8:35. I land there, I think, by like 10:10 or something like that. And then, grab an Uber over to the hotel. Now, I can't check in until 4 p.m., so I really don't know how that's going to work. I'm going to have about a 6 or, well, maybe like 5 or 4.5 hours of downtime in between me being able to check in. So maybe I'll do some sightseeing once I get over there, just kind of walk around the city. I've never been there. Well, I have been there, but I've never been into the financial area where I'm at. But I definitely have been through San Francisco before, a few times actually. So we'll see how that is. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. It should be a pretty exciting time. Unfortunately, there won't be any dashing going on, other than we are going to go on a one-on-one, or maybe like they said, like a group dash, but more on that as it transpires throughout the day. I'll try and record as much as I can, or I don't really know the terms of service of what I can, if there's some NDAs going on or whatnot. I really don't know. I'm just kind of, just getting blown by the wind, like I was saying earlier. So don't know how it's going to go, but we'll see how it happens, what happens, and it should be fun. See you guys tomorrow in San Francisco. Peace.